Have you ever been at a loss for words when trying to talk to someone new? Maybe it's happened to you at university, surrounded by new faces and opportunities to make valuable connections, but not knowing what to say, you've let the moment slip by. If you've ever felt this way, don't worry, you're not alone. In this video, you'll learn foolproof techniques from Matt Abraham, a professor of strategic communication at Stanford University, on how to start and maintain conversations effectively. By the end of this video, you'll be ready to put these tips into practice and take your social skills to the next level. Let's get started. Number 1. The importance of casual conversations. Talking to new people can be intimidating, especially at university, where there are many opportunities to make important connections. According to Matt Abraham, a professor of strategic communication at Stanford University, what we call casual conversation is much more significant than we usually think. It's not just a meaningless chat, but a powerful tool to create bonds, learn, and grow. However, what makes these conversations challenging is the lack of a script. They require us to go with the flow and adapt to what's happening in the moment. Number 2. Change your approach. Collaboration instead of competition. We often approach a conversation as if it were a competition, similar to a tennis match, where we throw the ball and wait for the other person to return it. However, Abraham suggests it's more useful to think of conversation as a collaborative game, like keeping a ball in the air between several people. This approach helps reduce the pressure to be witty or quick and instead allows us to enjoy the process and connect more deeply with the other person. Number 3. Seem interested, not interesting. One of the most common mistakes is entering a conversation thinking we need to be fascinating or interesting to the other person. The key, according to Abraham, is to focus on seeming interested rather than interesting. By focusing our attention on the other person, we not only reduce the anxiety of being judged, but we also make the conversation flow more naturally and pleasantly. Actively listening and showing genuine interest is much more effective than trying to impress. Number 4. The pause and paraphrasing. Tools for better communication. Responding quickly isn't always the best strategy. Taking a moment to pause and paraphrase what the other person has said can work wonders in a conversation. Paraphrasing, which involves repeating in our own words what we've heard, not only shows that we're paying attention, but it also gives us time to think of an appropriate response. This approach helps us reduce mistakes and keep the conversation on a deeper and more meaningful level. Number 5. Never be at a loss for words. The magic of tell me more. It's common to feel like we have nothing interesting to say in a conversation. In those cases, a simple question can be the key to keeping the conversation going. Phrases like tell me more or what did you mean by that? Not only give the other person a chance to keep talking but also give us time to think about how to respond or connect with what's being said. Number 6. Mistakes are natural. Learn to handle them. We all make mistakes in communication, but it's important to remember that spontaneous communication is more about connection than perfection. Mistakes shouldn't be seen as failures but as opportunities to try again. Just like in the movies, where actors do multiple takes to get the best version, in everyday life, we can use mistakes as a chance to improve and adjust our communication. Number 7. Use structure to be clear and concise. A clear and effective conversation isn't just a list of points, but a logical structure that connects ideas coherently. Abraham recommends using a simple 3-question structure. What? Why? And now what? This formula not only helps us organize our thoughts but also makes it easier for the other person to follow the conversation. By applying this structure, we can address any topic more effectively and engagingly. Number 8. How to start a conversation. Connect with the environment. Starting a conversation can be the hardest part. Instead of resorting to typical questions like how are you? Or what do you do? Abraham suggests starting with questions or comments that connect with the context and environment. For example, noticing something unusual or interesting in the surroundings can be a great starting point. This not only breaks the ice naturally but also sparks the other person's curiosity and opens the door to a more meaningful conversation. Number 9. How to end a conversation naturally. Ending a conversation can be even more challenging than starting one. One of the best tricks is to subtly signal that the conversation is coming to an end. This can be done with eye contact and one last question or comment. For example, you could say, I need to go because I'm meeting some friends, but before I leave, Tell me more about that trip you were talking about. This way, the conversation ends smoothly and naturally, leaving the door open for future interactions. Number 10. Practice and apply. As with any skill, practice is key. Start by practicing these techniques in a comfortable setting, and gradually expand them to more challenging situations, like meeting new people at university. Remember, developing these skills will allow you to meet amazing people and not miss any opportunities. You can do it! I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and give it a like, it would help me a lot.